What is up? What is up? Let's see here. Sorry for the long time without videos. It has been really crazy at work. Just trying to get into the swing of things. I know I said, I believe in a couple of videos in the past, I'm now an instructor. I instruct young men and women coming out of boot camp how to be jet engine mechanics in the Navy and Marine Corps. So I'm getting qualified on all that, and it's pretty interesting dealing with 18, 19, 20-year-olds all day. Um, Could test the patience a little bit, but very rewarding job. I really like it. So that's the reason I haven't been making 2, 3 videos a week. We'll go ahead and get into this. This might be a long video. I'm sorry. Actually, it probably will be a long video, and I still won't get to everything that I've gotten in. I've gotten in 2 sets of cleats, one TTM, one was a TTM, and one was a purchase that probably broke the bank. Um, it set me back a little bit as far as my extra money I have towards collectibles. Michael Phillips, my buddy, if you're seeing this video, they came in today, and they're every bit as awesome as the pictures that we've seen, man. So they are so awesome. But those cleats that I'm talking about will probably be in my next video. So let's get into the goodness. This is Dennis McMenamin. I asked him to write a Super Bowl inscription. I believe that's the 86 Super Bowl with the Bears. All he wrote was Super Bowl. Next was Dennis Gentry. Same deal with the Bears in 86. I asked him to write an inscription, in which he did not. Let's see. I wonder if I can. That's a little better. And next, well, you know what? We'll get to that maybe last. Purple GT. Remember, I told you I had a glove request out to Nick Williams, and I wrote him and I talked to him about because I thought he was from here in the Pensacola area. That's not the case, because my whole letter to him was about, you know, Pensacola and Pensacola football and all that, and he wrote me back an extremely nice long letter, basically thanking me for my service and all that, and he's like, I didn't know if you still wanted me to send gloves to you or not, because I'm not from the Pensacola area as you thought. The NFL, he goes, I'm actually from New Jersey. I've told the NFL multiple times on the website that my city and state is wrong, and they will not fix it. He's like, I'll continue to tell them that I'm from New Jersey and not from Florida. If you still want gloves, just please write me next year, and I'll get a pair out to you. So that's that. Really cool dude, man. Kind of how you said, Steve. He seemed like a super cool guy. He hooked you up. That in the letter, that was only part of the letter. Really genuine, really nice guy. Oh, and he sent me this photo as well. That's not my photo. He sent me that photo. So really nice. Let's see. I sent a glove request around, and I don't know. It was months and months ago, to Ian Happ, the Cubs' first-round draft pick last year. And I got this in this week. Once again, that's not my photo. He didn't send any gloves, which is, you know, perfectly fine. It's called a request for a reason, not a demand. But he sent that, and that's definitely more than, you know, more than what you expect when you send a TTM off. You don't. When you send a TTM off, you should kind of expect not to get anything back. Kind of like going gambling, or excuse me, going like to Vegas or a casino. It's a gamble, you know. So let's see. Next, I got in Donnie Allison on this really nice 8x10. God, oh, that's it. I went blank for a minute. Where's the glare? He signed. Where's my fingers? There we go. He signed right here, and then at the very bottom, that's David Pearson. He is really on and off signing TTM, and I think right now he's like off, like off with the switch broke off. And then in the top, and let's see, this corner up here, that's Richard Petty. He's one of the great TTMers. And the other guy, I forget his name. I have it written down in an email. He has passed. He passed years back. So at best case, I could get 4 out of the 5. So I think I'm going to send it off to Mr. Pearson next, just to try, because I don't want to send it off to Richard Petty and get 3 of the 5 and then not get it back from Mr. Pearson. Because Carl Yarbrough is the other guy that signed in that picture, and he's really good TTM as well. So worst case, if I don't get it back from Mr. Pearson, I can send it back to Mr. Yarbrough and Mr. Allison, you know, again, and hopefully get it. Man, I'm doing pretty good on this time. Whoop, whoop. I had a friend of mine, well, actually, a buddy of mine named Mike. Me and him made a trade a while back, and Mike is he is an extremely talented drawer. You know, like pencil and pen, or excuse me, pencil and paper, like really good. So I had a deal with him to do a couple drawings, and he traded me like a Willie Mays baseball and a couple other things. This is a pretty big trade. And I finally got the drawing in, and this drawing is awesome, man. Look at that thing. That is Jeff Fisher from his younger days when he like first got hired on with the Houston Oilers. Because, you know, I damn sure don't like the Tennessee Oilers, and I really don't like the freaking Tennessee Titans. So I made sure it was, that picture I actually got from Google Images was from his, I think it was like his first, it was either his first game as a Houston Oilers coach or his first practice. So really, really cool. In my little autograph Bible, I will call it from here on out, that I purchased, it has his home address in it. And I'm thinking about writing him to see if he would sign the picture. I don't want to send the picture and then him not sign it or it not be his address, because I'd be really upset. Because I would rather have this sucker just how it is, unsigned, than to not have it at all. So that's not a risk I'm willing to take. So I'll probably write that letter this weekend and hope I get a response back from Mr. Fisher. Any of you guys that follow me on my Dirt Road Collectors page, I got in a TTM this week from Drew Brees via his private address. And this card, I'll go ahead and show first. So that should be a reminder to some people that seen it. I'm sorry for the glare. Let's see if I can minimize that glare a little bit. It's on a chrome card, so it's the glare might. There you go. You can see it kind of a little bit. Well, anyways, it says VFA 125 Rough Raiders, and then he signed it Drew Brees. I sent him the card, and I also sent the gold Sharpie to him. In 2002, that was the year I joined the Navy. I was stationed at a squadron in Lemoore, California called VFA 125, the Rough Raiders. Drew Brees came out there as part of a USO tour. It was like him and a couple other football players. I don't remember their names or anything like that. And this is going to sound kind of messed up and kind of shallow, which I was kind of an asshole back then. I only remembered him from that birthmark he has on his face. And years later, when he really took off in his career, I was like, oh shit, I met that dude. But basically, they brought him out to the hangar, the aircraft hangar, and they took all the jets out of the hangar and they cleaned it. And they picked some random lower ranking people out of, you know, the crowd of sailors. And they had him run in the hangar. And then Drew Brees threw him a football. And if they caught it, they got to keep the ball and they could bring it back and Drew would sign it. If they dropped it, well, get to the back, buddy. You know, better luck next time. We'll pick someone else. So I think they brought like 4 footballs, and man, they must have went through like 25 people. I never got picked. I actually worked nights or night check at that time, so I didn't even get to see any of this. I've seen a lot of videos and a lot of stories, and everyone said what a great guy he was. So I wrote all of that in my letter, and I was like, I wish I could have been there. It was really cool. I consider it a part of my career, even though I wasn't there, because all the videos and all that I seen. And I asked him if he could inscribe the card VFA 125 Rough Raiders, and he did. The card it shows up a lot better in person than it does on camera, but it doesn't show up as well. Well, you can kind of see it there. It doesn't show up as well in person as I would like, but I love it, man. This thing will be with me probably until I croak, until I kick the bucket. So super happy with that, man. I thought that would probably be the biggest TTM of probably the month, maybe even of a couple months, until I freaking got home from work and I had a package from FedEx. One thing I've learned, a little tip. One thing I've learned when sending off game use requests or TTMs requests, if you will, if you don't hear anything back from that athlete within a month, within 4 to 5 weeks, man, I would say your chances go down just a ton. I would say you might have a 10% chance of hearing something back from that athlete. Through the years, I've probably sent off 200-300 requests, and I would say out of all of those, anyone that elapsed over a month, I might have gotten 6 or 7 back. I didn't really start keeping track of that kind of stuff when I first started that, but within the last year and a half, I've really started documenting my TTMs, when I send them, what address I send them to, when I return, when I get return, if I get a return. Because a lot of people ask me questions through my Dirt Road Collectors page, and I like to be as informative as possible and let you guys know what I know, or at least let you know what I can let you know. So, with all that going on, let me get back on point. I got these cleats in today, and I sent this off November the 1st. Yes, and today's what? January the 29th, so it's been a little bit. I wasn't expecting crap. I hadn't got any game use returns in 2 or 3 weeks, which for me, I sound like a spoiled brat. That's a really long time. And I seen right off the get-go who they were from, because in the UPS label in the top left corner it said, boom, and I was like, holy shit, man, like, boom, son. And then I opened them, and it's all the traits on a game used cleat return that I absolutely love. They're hammered, meaning they're used like crazy. There's still like pieces of grass and mud and dirt within the cleats themselves, and they're both autographed, and the autograph on both of them is awesome. And all of that is something I really, really love to see on a cleat return. And the cherry on the top was he hand wrote a really nice letter, which I will read. So here they are. Boom. In case you don't know who that is, that is Ryan Kerrigan, a linebacker on the Washington Redskins. And these things are just hammered, man. Come on, focus. Don't focus on my ugly mug. There, well, shit, it's not focusing really well. But yeah, these things are just worn. This would, like, these weren't worn like once or twice. You know what I mean? And when you are a game used collector like myself, the more worn, the more nasty, kind of disgusting to say, more stinky, more used, the better. And these things have been through hell and back, it looks like. So I haven't looked on Google Images yet to see if I can photo match them, but that definitely will be happening tonight at some point. And then I didn't know what HTTR meant, and it means Hail the Redskin. No, Hail to the Redskins. There we go. So very, very nice return. And I would say, if you took out all of my Texans returns, which I Obviously, I'm a diehard Texans fan. If you took away all those, I would say those Kerrigan are probably within my top 5 return. I really like those cleats. Let's see. I hope my computer isn't dying on me. I got 17 minutes, it says. And then he hand wrote me this note that I already put in the top loader. It says, Garrett, please accept the autographed cleats as a token of my appreciation for your service to this great country. It is an honor for me to be able to do this for you. I can never thank you enough for all the freedoms that you provide me. I'm sorry it took me so long to mail these cleats out to you. I hope you and your son enjoy them. HTTR, God bless you, USA. And then he signed the bottom there. So epic, dude. Like, that's why I do this shit, man. I freaking love it. I'm kind of giddy, and it's been hours since I got those cleats, and I'm giddy like a little schoolgirl. So that's that. As I always say, keep the questions coming. Sometimes I can answer back like freaking that fast. Other times I'm teaching students. Other times I got 4 kids, a wife, 2 dogs, a life, a hobby that takes up a shit ton of my time. Oh, but I promise you, it might be literally 30 seconds. It might be a week or 2 until I get back with you. But I will always get back with you, I promise. So if you have any questions, go ahead and write me through my Dirt Road Collectors page. And if we're Facebook friends, obviously, just message me personally or text me if you have my number. So that's that. This is a freaking long ass video. Holy smokes. That's it. The next video is gonna be badass, man. These sets of cleats that are right here. Bang, baby. Peace out. Adios, muchachos.